guys, so I wasn't really sure what to call this video, but it's a very nostalgic video. I'm actually wearing my nostalgic shirt as we speak. I didn't even think about that before I decided to do this video. But going through and cleaning out the house has made me come across a lot of stuff from my childhood. So from like the 90s, early 2000s, even mid 2000s, like when I started high school and stuff. There's a lot of stuff here that I thought I'd share with you guys, and maybe it would bring back some memories that you guys have. I'll try and start with like the earlier stuff. So like, let's see. Do you guys remember these little bubblegum Band-Aid things they used to have? It says fruit art flavor. Ouch. Bubblegum, 24 sticks. And I guess they looked like little Band-Aids. Yeah, I found this container at my dad's house and I was like, wow, I really remember this from when I was a child. That's not what's inside of here. You guys remember Pound Puppies? That was always a thing. This says 1995 on it. Little Pound Puppy from 1995. He's so cute. That's not all that's in there. My collection of little bitty butterfly clips that I used to think were so cool that I always had to have in my hair. Still got them. Not sure if I'll ever wear them again, but you know, just in case. I got them stored away. And then I came across one of my original Polly Pockets. Now, Polly Pocket herself is not in here, but her whole little setup is. The little door here, like, opens and closes. The little, like, high chair things open. And I think they just brought Polly Pocket back because I saw a Polly Pocket at Target the other day, and I was just like, what? Like, I had no idea they were bringing her back. So I think that's kind of cool because it's so nostalgic to my childhood. So I may not have Polly, but I have her little pocket house, if you will. Does this have a date on it? 1994. And it's from Swindon, England. Never knew that. So, Polly Pocket. This, I don't think, there is a date. 1995. This is from when McDonald's was selling the Power Ranger, like, figurines, and it came with, like, the vehicles. I got the pink one that came with like the little white vehicle with pink wings on it or something like that. And I think my brother got the blue or red one. But of course I had to have her. I still have her. I don't know where her vehicle is though. So let's move these guys out of the way. Please tell me somebody else also had one of these very useless purse things, if you will. Obviously it has this little chain. This is completely fuzzy with like little holographic shimmers throughout it and a holographic flower. And it wouldn't hold much. So I'm not really sure what we'd be doing with one of these things, but I sure as heck had one. It's cute. I mean, for a little kid to play with and stuff, but like what's the point of this thing? It screams 90s, I'll say that. Speaking of screaming 90s, now these were my sisters, but I longed for them because I was so much younger than her. I'm 9 years younger than my sister, so I could never like really wear her stuff, but I wanted these so bad. These platform sandals. Some of you may think, oh, I'd still wear those now. They're heavy as all hell. Like, who would want to wear these? They are size 7. I'm sure I could fit them and I could wear them, but I have no desire to. I'm not a sandal person, but I definitely longed for these when she had these. I thought they were the coolest things. Like, they look like she hardly ever wore them, but I know she did. She got lots of use out of those. I loved those things so much as a child. These purses were so popular because I had another purse that was smaller than this, but it had the exact same butterfly design on it. And it was this purse right here. Can you see the butterflies? Did anybody else have a purse like this? So there's like this little bitty pocket here, which would be good for a cell phone, even though back in the day they didn't exist. Then it just had like these are all tangled. Oh my God. Just has like a little snap closure, and there is a little pocket on the inside. You know, cute little purse. Like my niece might like to carry this around. I mean, it may be too outdated for her. Who knows? But it's still a cute little purse, you know. This purse was like all the rage for the longest time. I remember when Target came out with them, they had different colors. The one color I wanted, they were always sold out of, so I had to stick with the blue one, like the blue and the purple and the green. And I could have sworn it was so much bigger than what it is, because when I found this, I was like, wow, it's so much smaller than I remember. Do you guys remember these purses? It's like just like a fabric material. I guess there's like this little side pocket here. Damn, I didn't leave anything in it. It would have been fun to see what it would have been fun to see what I would have left in here. And then it like tied to close. And yeah, just like a large opening on the inside. Like, I thought I was so cool carrying this purse around. And when I found it, I was like, oh my God, I really thought it was so much bigger than that. It's actually quite tiny, and it's like discolored. Like, look over here. It's like turning yellow or something. But, I mean, it was cute back in the day, back when that was a popular purse to have. Do you guys remember Silly Bands? I never really got into them, but for some reason, some way or another, I ended up with a pack of the SpongeBob ones. You know, the little like bands that like are shaped like the characters or whatever. I don't know what the purpose of these were and why they were such a big craze. I really don't even know how I ended up with a pack of these, but it shows like, you know, how you get all those characters, 2 different SpongeBobs, Mr. Krabs, Gary, Plankton, Sandy, Patrick, and Squidward. So, I mean, I have an unopened pack of these if anybody wants them. Okay, this really takes me back in the day when Taco Bell, I guess, had kids' meals and they gave out toys in their kids' meals. I don't know if there's a date on this at all. I really wish there was. I have an original Taco Bell toy. Cute little taco, right? And you open it up. It's got a little couch with like pictures and stuff. A little TV with Taco Bell on it. I think it probably came with like a little character, like a cat or something, like one of like these little characters, like the dog or the cat or something. But like, how cute is this? This is seriously from early to mid 90s, because I don't think they've done this in the longest time, but I'm never getting rid of this because, I mean, I doubt it would actually be worth money someday, especially since like there's obviously some sort of piece missing from it, but like nobody else will ever get one of these again. Like, have any of you ever gotten one of these when you were a kid? I remember getting this as a child. Like, it's just so crazy how times change. Here's one of my Mary-Kate and Ashley Barbies that I had to have because, of course, I was obsessed with Mary-Kate and Ashley. They were, like, all the rage. This, I think, is... trying to figure out which twin she is. I want to say this is Ashley. But, I mean, it's a Barbie, so it's kind of hard to tell anyway. And these are not the clothes that she came in. They're just the clothes that I... ended up putting her in. But, so yeah, Mary-Kate and Ashley Barbie. Here's a toy that I'm guessing came from like McDonald's or Burger King or something, and it's supposed to look like a little Game Boy Color. And you push this down to try and like get the balls to go in the little area. But what I forgot was this opened, and it comes with like a fake little game cartridge that you stick in the back of that. Like, how cute is that? So I'm gonna see if my my son wants this. He may think it's dumb. Oh, let me see. It is from Burger King, and this is from 2000. That was a long time ago. So yeah, I'm gonna see if my kid will want this, because I mean, it's still in great condition and he's into Pokemon, and so I don't know, we'll see if he wants it. Does anybody else remember these little like Poochie toys? The little like robotic dogs and cats that they had? Does this say where this is from? This is from McDonald's. Oh, it's a Sega related toy, and it is from 2000. I remember like the little robotic dogs that actually like barked, and like it had like a little bone that was like the actual remote control or something. I might be thinking of it wrong. I never had one, but I remember those. I don't remember this as much as I remember like that actual toy. I don't know. These were always so popular, and one of my grandmas got me this. It's just like this cute little fuzzy bear container, and it has this little bear necklace with my birthstone, which June, it says it's Alexandrite, and we're supposed to be responsible, humorous, and caring. But every single time I see anything about a June birthstone, it's always different. It's always either a pearl or Alexandrite or something else. Like, I never know what my actual birthstone is, but I've held on to this for many, 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 many years. Now I know you guys all are gonna remember the Goosebumps books, okay? Like, who didn't read the Goosebumps books? Who the hell is Mikey? Apparently this was Mikey's book. I never knew a Mikey, so maybe this came from my brother, or maybe I got it at a book fair. Not like a Scholastic book fair, but like, I don't know, a used bookstore or something. But I know I had a ton of these Goosebumps books. I always preferred watching the actual Goosebumps movies myself, but I mean, Goosebumps is just a classic from my childhood. Let's see. Well, these are fun. Here's 3 completely different disposable cameras from my childhood. I have no idea what's on any of these, except this one. I did label it hockey game. So I clearly went to a Blues game, took pictures, never got them developed. Oh, and I did say the Blues sucked, so clearly we lost that game. I think there's still a way to get these developed. I just don't know how to do it. I don't think Walgreens can do it anymore, so I don't know where you can actually get these developed. Because I'd be really curious to see what's on these other 2. I could care less about the Blues hockey game ones, because those pictures probably really suck anyway. But like these could be like middle school memories or high school memories on here that I'm like missing out on. And this one, I just really don't know. I don't know what could be on this. It could be family photos on all of these, and I'm missing out on them. So I kind of want to find out where I can take these to get developed, because I so want to see like what's on these besides the stupid hockey game one. Here's another old camera, but this was like back before like digital cameras were really cool. So this is like a film camera, but like I don't even know how to work this thing. Anyway, it looks like this. And I'm guessing you open it. It says open here. Oh my god. Wow, there's still film in it too. So I don't know who's taking pictures and not getting them developed, but I'd love to know like what is on all of these pictures. Let's see. Oh wait, let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was broken either, because there was little tape over that. I was just trying to figure out like what everything meant on this camera, because I like collecting old cameras. So if I can't figure out how to actually like develop these, I may just throw these away. But like a camera like this, even though it's like meaningless and it holds no actual value and it probably won't be worth anything, I collect old cameras. I love cameras, especially really, really, really old cameras. I love cameras and photography and all of that stuff. So this is a camera that I want to hang on to just because, like, it's old, you know, it was my mom's probably at one point, and I just don't want to part with it, you know? Maybe I'm weird, but I like to collect stuff like that. Back in the days when you didn't want to miss your favorite show on TV, you would tape it on a VHS. And so this was my Full House tape. And again, Full House. Because I was obsessed with Full House. I was obsessed with Uncle Jesse. And I wanted to watch this 24/7, so I recorded an entire tape full of Full House, so I had it to watch all night long. The very first video camera my dad bought me, which I have somewhere, but it's probably already packed away by now, so I can't actually show it to you, was one that actually took these little tapes. You know, instead of buying me a DVR one, which they were making at the time that he bought my video camera, he still opted to buy me the one that you have to put tapes into, and it's really hard to find tapes anymore because they don't want to make them anymore. So I wasn't mad or anything that my dad got me that kind of video camera. Like, it was still a good video camera and I used it all the time. I just, like, wished he would have got me a DVR one because it was more, like, with the times. Like, this one would have been cool back in, like, 1999, 2000, but, like, when he bought it for me in, like, 2016 maybe, it's a little outdated, you know, a little bit outdated. I don't know if anything is on this or if this was one of, like, the extra tapes that I had, but I want to hang on to it and, like, put it in the camera sometime and see if there's anything on this, because who knows what I would have filmed on my old camera. Let's see. Okay, a lot of you youngins will never know the struggle. You guys have grown up with iPods and MP3 players. Hell, half of you have iPhones and you're probably like 11. Back when I was 11, I had a Walkman that I had to open up, if I could figure out how to open it anymore, pick what CD I wanted to put into the Walkman, make sure my headphones worked, make sure my batteries weren't dead, and make sure to hold this in a way that the CD would not skip, okay? That's what I had to go through as a child. And this is actually a mixed CD that my friend made me that has Toby Keith's song, How Do You Like Me Now, on there. So mixed CDs were also a big thing back in the day. You youngins won't understand because, again, you have iPhones and iPods and iTunes, and we didn't have any of that. We had LimeWire, is that what it was called, to download free music until they, like, finally shut it down or something. But yeah, I don't think I want to get rid of this because it's so nostalgic to me. Like, I can't tell you how many times I would just sit, like, in my room or in the car or at my grandparents' house and just, like, blast my NSYNC and Backstreet Boys CDs on this thing, like, seriously. And don't get me wrong, I am a full-on NSYNC girl, okay? This also shows how old I am. I remember when we used to get TV guides, and I remember having to keep this one because it had NSYNC on it. This was from, please tell me, it just says August 26th through September 1st, but it doesn't have a date. I would assume this is probably from 2002. I was going to say it was before the Pop Odyssey, or the Celebrity CD. I say the Pop Odyssey because I went to the Pop Odyssey tour in 2001, and then a little after that is when they broke up, and I cried for, like, months because they were my favorite group of my entire existence. And so, of course, I still have this. I will never get rid of it. I mean, look at Justin Timberlake. Look at how cute he was. His favorite color was baby blue, hence the baby blue bandana on his head, and I would always wear a bandana on my head because of Justin Timberlake. Just saying. Yeah, I was always the NSYNC girl, never a Backstreet Boys girl. You guys can fight me in the comments. NSYNC was always so much better. I mean, come on. They had Justin Timberlake. Sure, Backstreet Boys had Nick Carter, but when you really look at it, like, Justin Timberlake's solo career took off way more than anybody in Backstreet Boys, like, combined. So, NSYNC, all the way, always and forever. You will never, ever, ever change my mind. Backstreet Boys sucks. This little hair thing that was cool back in the day. It's like a little headband with like a bandana attached to it, and I think I got it because it's baby blue and it's somewhat like a bandana. And again, I wanted to wear things like this because of Justin Timberlake, but I finally invested in like an actual bandana to put on my head like Justin Timberlake. I was obsessed, guys. Like, he was my boyfriend. He was my husband. He just never knew it. And I was, like, way too young for him, but that did not matter. I love Justin Timberlake still to this day. But back in the day when he had his ramen noodle hair, like, that was, like, when he was at his best. I loved him so, so much. You have no idea. Speaking of boy bands and all of that, let's take it back to Aaron Carter. Oh, Aaron Carter. Oh, and guess who's on the back of this? Representing STL. Nelly. That is how old this is. Because I don't think Nelly has been in a magazine in quite some time. And Aaron Carter, look at him then. Look at how cute he was. Have you seen him lately? He is on all kinds of drugs or something. He is completely messed up. He is so gross looking. Like, it just like, I cannot believe he went down the road he went down. Like Nick Carter, he still looks great. Aaron Carter, I don't know what the hell happened to that kid, but he went down the wrong road. Of course, I still have one of my J14 magazines that I always had to pick up from the store. This one is from 2008, so I was 18. Let's see who was cool back in the day. Okay, so Hannah Montana was still a thing. Oh, they're showing High School Musical in here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just, oh, wow, okay. So the Cheetah Girls minus Raven Simone. Oh, you know what I saw in here earlier? If I can find it. I loved these magazines. I would beg my mom and dad to buy me one. Every time we won, they'd be like, $4 for a magazine, but like it kept me so happy. I would read this like all night long. I wouldn't bother my parents. Twilight. I think that's why I bought this one, because I was obsessed with Twilight. So of course, like, you got stupid Kristen Stewart here. Like, just get rid of her and show Edward, because everybody loves Edward. If you're a Jacob fan, like, just go on and exit out of this video. No, I'm just kidding. I'm personally an Edward fan. And then they just go on to tell you about the boys of Twilight and all of that. So I'll probably hang on to at least one of these from my childhood, just to always have the memories, you know? Sparkly pencils were always a thing, and this pack is like brand new. I've never used them. They still smell like brand new school supplies. It sounds weird, but I love buying school supplies. Even though I'm not in school, I don't need them. I always go and buy like the packs of markers, the skinny markers, the fat markers, glue sticks. I don't know why. It's just, I like having it on hand, and I am crafty, so kind of makes sense to have some of that stuff on hand, you know? Let's try and get through the rest of this fairly quickly. Well, I have two of my 7th and my 8th grade IDs for school. So there you guys go. Here's my 7th grade. Here's my 8th grade. Yep. Didn't even try on picture day. Threw on a t-shirt. Didn't want to be at school. Didn't want to wake up early. Didn't try to look pretty. I just sat down and smiled for the camera and said, "Can I go now?" That's how I was. I hated school, guys. I really did. Some of my original hair clippies, which I might try to use as long as they don't like go breaking on me. They're kind of hard to, you know, but just some of my original like early 2000s clips. Back when McDonald's was giving out their little tie Beanie Babies. Do these have dates? Oh, this little hippo's from 1993. And this one is also from 1993. So I've had these for quite some time. Now this is one of my first cell phones. Now really my first cell phone was like a little brick. It was like this big. It had like the green screen and all of that. That is actually at my house currently at the moment, but this was one of my cooler first cell phones because it was a flip phone and it was with T-Mobile. And see that crack right there in the screen? So one day, my best friend Lindsay, she didn't live that far from me. She like could walk to my house, I could walk to her house. She decided to walk over to my house with her dog Shady, and I met her at the ice cream place that was like down the street from my house, and then we would both walk back to her house together. I was like using my phone to probably text some guy that I was talking to at the time who lives in Texas. It was like a long distance relationship type of thing. Don't ask, it didn't work out anyway. And Lindsay's dog decided to bite my phone screen, and that's why it's cracked. I didn't blame her. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll have my mom buy you a new phone. I was like, dude, it's cool. Like, my phone still works, you know, like, but I mean, like, look at this compared to how cell phones are now. I do miss, like if you're mad, you could slam that down, like, and you can't do that now with touchscreens. You just gotta, like, angrily press the hang up button. And then I don't even know what cell phone this is from, but this was, like, one of my first officially cool cell phones because it was a touch screen, and this was one of my first like little cases for it. It was all blinged out and stuff. Clearly it was still a pretty small phone. Like, hello? Is Justin Timberlake there? Oh my God, one time I called the operator and I don't remember who was on the phone with me. We were like prank calling the operator, but we were trying to get Justin Timberlake's phone number. We called and they were like, you know, I forgot what the operator says, but I was like, yeah, I need the number for Justin Timberlake. And she was like, I'm sorry, who? And I was like, I need the number for Justin Timberlake. And she was just like she was silent. And then I just finally hung up because I didn't think like I'd actually get his number. But like if she would have actually given me his number, I probably would have died. Anyway, do you guys remember collecting all of these like silicone bands? So I have this one that says Strike Out ALS. This one is Life Happens. The pink one is Breast Cancer Awareness. This blue one is Keeping Kids Warm. And this black one was always my favorite because it was my Green Day one that I got from Hot Topic. But I mean, I had so many of these bad boys. Do you guys also remember like these bracelets that were always so trendy? Like this one's a little stretched out, but like they had different colors. I don't know if the colors had different meanings or whatnot. I can't remember if this was mine or my sister's. And like the little puka shell type, like that did not just happen. You guys saw nothing? If anybody asks, it was not me. But you guys remember little puka shell like necklace type things, right? Well, apparently that bracelet wasn't meant to stretch over my big ass hand, so it's all over the floor now. I'll clean that up in a minute. Anyway, I grew up playing the Sega Genesis. I really loved Sega, and one of my favorite games, and I can't believe I actually found this, was the Taz and Escape from Mars. So it has like Marvin the Martian and Tasmanian Devil on it. I really liked this game. I'm so old that we also used to have to use floppy disks in computers, and kids today would have no idea what this is for because clearly, like, they don't even exist anymore. Nobody uses these. Computers don't, you don't use these anymore. So if a kid saw this today, they'd be like, what is this? Like, it's a freaking floppy disk. And this is for Student Writing Center for Windows for ages 10 to adult by the Learning Company. There's only a couple more things, I promise. You guys remember when it was so cool to go tanning at the tanning bed and then put stickers like on your lower like belly so that it would show where you got so tan? I kept a couple of those stickers. I don't know why. My very first ever mascara that I still own. I don't know why I still own it. Let me just see. Yeah, it is completely dried out as I thought it would be, but it was the Great Lash. Can't even see, there's no label on it at all, but you can tell by the colors of this, it's the Great Lash. This is going in the trash because I've had that since I was like 15 or something. Literally a few more things. Do you remember when it was cool to have purses with your zodiac sign on it? So this was pink and it had Cancer on it. I thought it was so cute. Carrying it around, thinking I was all that. And then hopefully this bracelet doesn't break on me. Do you guys remember these bracelets where you had to get like the little charms? So like it said Mud, because Mud was like one of those like popular brands. I had like a little American flag, the year 2003, a birthday cake, the St. Louis Arch. My favorite one was this, it's not going to focus on it, but the little Patrick from SpongeBob. And yeah, but it always kind of like caught on the hairs on your arm, so it always kind of hurt to wear, so I never wore it that. I don't know where I got cut off, but I was just saying the last three things that I have this little bitty baby troll who's adorable, because trolls were such a big thing in like the 90s. I don't know if he has a little, I don't think he's got a date on him anywhere, but I love this little guy so much. He's so cute. I actually have my freshman year homecoming ticket. It says Homecoming Dance Saturday, October 15th, 2005, and the theme was Castle in the Sky. I cannot believe I still had this. I should put that in some sort of scrapbook or something. And I finally found another game for the Game Boy Color that my fiance gave me that was his. So I ordered the SpongeBob game because I have no idea where mine is. But I found my other favorite game, which is the Scooby-Doo game. Don't mind the SpongeBob stickers that are all over the game. But I at least have 2 games to play now on the Game Boy Color. So that was, oh no, one more thing. Can you guys guess what is in my old Blue's Clues sticker treasure kit? Let me show you. A plethora of Pokemon cards. My collection of Pokemon cards, guys. I have a Holo Zapdos. I'm pretty sure this is also a Holo Zapdos, but it's like in Japanese or something. Again, another Holo one, but it's like in Japanese. A little Psyduck Holo. Oh my god, I love Psyduck. Okay, I'm not going to go through all these cards, but I was a nerd as a child. My brother collected cards, I collected cards. But see, I wasn't as big of a nerd as my brother. I would play Pokemon cards with my friend next door. My brother would actually go to Toys R Us for the Pokemon tournaments. So who's the bigger nerd here? So yeah, that was like my collective items from the 90s and 2000s. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe the best part of the video was when that bracelet broke and went everywhere, but I don't know. I'm going to go see how this turned out. I hope it turned out okay. I thought it'd be cool to show you guys all this old stuff that I came across that like gave me so many memories and all of that. So yeah. I'm going to go because the video exceeded 30 minutes, so I will talk to you guys really soon. Got a lot of cleaning up to do. Bye!